Kristen Lily Renee Wood, 66 years old. I'm originally from Springfield, Ohio. I'm one of those who knew from a very early age, 4 years of age actually, that I was indeed female. Even at 4 years of age, because I started kindergarten early, my kindergarten teacher knew. She actually said to me after 2 weeks of kindergarten, "Chris, go lay down with the other girls." When 7th grade began in junior high, that was pretty rocky. So by the first week of 8th grade, all my time was being spent that I could in the school library, and something absolutely phenomenal happened. I was walking down one of the aisles and a book just about hit me in the head, and the book was the Kristen Jorgensen story. She was a military GI who, after the Army realized what the true calling of her soul was, went to Sweden and got gender reassignment surgery. I pulled it out, read it, and so help me heaven, kept it out for the full 8th grade year. It explained to me that those 3 cruel birth defects that I was born with between my legs were not permanent.
Birth defects. That is crazy. I wouldn't call them birth defects. It's just something you was born with that you don't like. That's not a birth defect. Is you being born with your heart sitting on the outside of your chest and you can see it beating right there. That's a birth defect. Yeah. A birth defect is like being born without a hand. A birth defect is born with a hand with just a thumb on it. Yeah. Or a foot with just a pinky toe. Yeah, a birth defect is something that didn't come out right. Yours, everything's fine. It's just up here for you is different. Now, you can say it's a birth defect between your legs if you got a chode down there. That's a birth defect. Come out, it's just a thumb, and it's got a big mushroom head on it. It's about this. Look, it look like this. Yeah. It's got a big mushroom head on it. Yeah. And you can't even use it for nothing. Look, here, the way you characterize healthy, normal body parts is it's a mischaracterization. You misrepresent what's going on. Yeah. And you not only are you lying, you're lying. You're absurd. Yeah. It's propaganda for whatever. Wait a minute. He said at 4 years old, he knew he was a woman. Yeah, I can't remember what I was doing at 4 years old. Yeah, and he's 66 years old. I'm 50, right? I can't remember nothing I did when I was 4 years old. Yeah. And he said the kindergarten teacher said, hey, Christopher, you ain't one of the boys. Go lay down over there with the girls. Remember, we took naps in kindergarten. Right. Let's say he's telling the truth. Let's just say he's telling the truth. If this is true, I already know that woman that told him that was an alphabet person. Of course. If this was true. Of course. But I think this is all a figment of his imagination. He's trying to affirm what they're doing to kids nowadays. That's what he's trying to do. Yeah. Let me keep this going.
There was a medical and surgical solution to it. We've gotten from junior high, we've gotten through high school. I realized that I'm not a child born into wealth or privilege. What do I need? I need a job. So I went in the U.S. Navy, got married.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
Had a beautiful daughter who's one of my biggest Valkyries.
Wait a minute.
Now
I know why he joined the Navy. But he wanted to be a seaman. Hey, Kim. Hey, he said it before he knew he was a girl. Right. But you get married and have a daughter. I thought you was a woman. Why are you laying down women, procreating, making babies if you're a woman? Well, a lot of these trans people. And on top of that, if that's a birth defect between your legs, it wouldn't work. Why are you using it impregnating women? Yeah, it wouldn't work if it's a birth defect. Yeah. This is wild.
It's 1989. I've got a civil service job with the county of San Diego. I'm working in a female-rich environment where 80% of my coworkers are female, and oh boy, do I feel comfortable with that. So now,
I bet you do.
It's 2016. I get up to go to the restroom, turn on the lights, and there's Kristen looking out of the mirror at Christopher. And I'm literally shocked, going, well, that's rare. You're usually just in my dreams. And I put my hand up to the mirror, and she touches my hand, there's an electrical shock that throws me back against a wall. And I sit up in bed going, oh my God, that was a vivid dream. And I hear a voice saying, that wasn't a dream. And Kristen's sitting on the edge of the bed saying, you have to do this today.
No, you got a demon in your
now wake
house.
up. And at that time, the alarm goes off. And I really sit up this time going, oh my God. Well, what perfect timing. That's the day I had my quarterly doctor's appointment with my primary care physician, Dr. Stacy Coleman with Sharp Steely. She had just complimented me during this appointment for over 140-pound weight loss. And I very timidly kept going, thank you, thank you. And then she just looks at me with that smile that only she has. And she says, and I blurted it out right then and there. I said, Dr. Stacy, I'm transgender female. I've got to start my transition right now. And I started crying. And she hugged me and said, here's what we need to do to make this happen. She said, this is step one. You will get this done, which is your psychological evaluation.
Yeah, you better get that done.
Once that's done and in our hands, you're going to proceed on to every other thing you need to do. Sharps issued me a social worker for the change. And to quote Star Trek, things didn't move at warp speed. They moved at trans warp speed. Told my daughter, cousin, and niece one night, I finally admitted it, I'm transgender female. I will initiate the change, and it will be a medical change, not just a social one. They looked at each other and laughed, and I said, my God, are you laughing at me? She goes, no, we love you.
I had enough. I had enough of that. But you saw the women in this trans woman's life. Mm-hmm. They support it. This is why this is when as far as it's has gotten like in men and women's sports. Yeah. This is why it's not because of men. Yeah, women are empowering these people. Yeah, women are doing this to themselves. His own daughter. I don't know. I'm not in her position, but just imagine if he did this before you was actually chopped it off, you wouldn't even be here. Hey, you know what? If I was afflicted with his ailment, and I said this to my daughter, mm-hmm. My daughter, don't say it. Don't even say it. I mean, of course your daughter's gonna love you and accept you. Yeah, but she's gonna look at you different. I mean, but they all knew. I mean, look at this dude. I mean, her. I mean, this trans woman. Look, everybody knew you was, but you getting down with women. Yeah. It's exploding in them. That's what I'm saying. If roles were reversed, let's say being alphabet was the norm. Mm-hmm. And the only time you actually got with opposite sex is when you went to procreate. Let's say that was the norm. Right. That'd be hard for me to try to fit in. So, man, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna slam it in this dude. I mean, I couldn't do that because it's not me. You see what I'm saying? But Keith, the thing is, he enjoyed birthing that kid. That's what let me do some talking. Because you can only get a woman pregnant when you enjoyed yourself. Yeah, let me do some talking. I have no doubt that he's still attracted to females. Of course. Yeah. But a majority of people that of this persuasion, they are still attracted to the opposite sex. Yeah. A lot of them are. Yeah, a majority of them are. Yeah. That's a wild video. I would show the rest, but I was like, oh, this is... I don't even think there's a possibility he's not even attracted to men. Look at Caitlyn Jenner. Yeah. He's not attracted to men. He's attracted to women. Yeah. Yeah. But that is a flat out lie. You 4 years old and you already knew you was a female? Well, he's trying to legitimize these kids going through this at an early age. That's all he's doing. This is how these people affirm themselves. This is how they use kids to affirm who they are. It gives their life purpose. Yeah, and it legitimizes who they are as adults. Right. That's the only reason why they do it. It affirms them. That's all. Yeah, I do not deny it's people afflicted with this. There's actual such thing as being transgender. I mean, nobody wakes up one day and say, I want to be the opposite sex. Yeah. I mean, you're actually born with that. It's something, we don't know what it is or what's causing it.
It's in your head.
But it's in your head, right?
Yeah.
But I just want to say.
It might be taught there.
Yeah, you might be taught. Yeah, you might
Groomed.
be, as a kid, you absorb everything around you. But I just want to say, when he came out and said that he knew this at the age of 4 years old.
Yeah, you lose all credibility.
You lose all credibility. And when you say those things, and then when you see other transgender react to this and say, man, what are you talking about? 4 years old? You could barely talk at 4 years old.
I don't remember
anything. You can't hold a decent conversation at 4 years old. And you already got the concept of gender and at male and female at the age of 4. You can't.
Yeah.
And you're 6 years old, and you remember this when you was 4 years old.
And your voice is deep as Barry White. Remember Barry White had that bullfrog voice? That deep masculine voice?
Yeah. So he transitioned?
Man, imagine if I had that voice. Yeah. And I go, yeah. It'd be deep and powerful.
So he transitioned. He actually chopped it off.
I never understand that, because how you going to relieve all that tension building up?